What is up, everybody, and welcome back to a new video. So this one is actually going to be recorded with my GoPro. So half of the last video was recorded with my GoPro, and I feel like the footage got kind of grainy and choppy. So we're going to see how this one comes out. Hopefully it's better. I tried turning off image stabilization, but I won't bore you with that camera stuff. You're here to see the Honda. So here it is. I am currently about to start putting all the intercooler piping on. I did get what I needed for couplers. I'll show you guys that in a sec, but I got some 8-inch couplers that I'm going to try to cut down, and yeah, they should come out pretty good, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to go grab those and start putting all this intercooler piping back on. I'm also going to take off the intercooler and paint the brackets that I made down there because they're still all bare metal, so I'm going to paint those, and yeah, then we should be ready to throw all the piping on. And I have all my clamps and everything sitting over here, so all the clamps in here. So hopefully these are decent quality. I know they're eBay, so maybe they'll work, maybe not, but hopefully they give us a good tension. In the future, I would definitely like to actually smoke test it and see if the intake piping leaks, and way in the future, maybe even weld the intercooler piping, but we'll get to that. So I got a coat of primer on them, and I'm just letting them hang dry right here. It'd be nice if it was in front of the heater or something, but I'm just going to give those a few minutes and start mocking everything up as far as piping. So these are those couplers that I was talking about. I'm not sure the best way to actually cut them, but I don't know, I was thinking maybe a bandsaw. I might just mark a line in the middle and chop it on the bandsaw, because it's going to be a pain and I kind of want it to be nice and straight, so I think the bandsaw might be my best shot at getting a straight cut. So I'm going to go try to do that. Alright guys, so I finished up the first section of the intercooler piping. I was just checking if the hood closed, and it does, and you can see the pipe setup that I have here. I've got my 2 to 2.5 inch 90 coupler right here with the clamps that came with it, clamped onto this piece of straight, and this is one of my 4-inch couplers here. This distance right here between the two clamps is, you might be able to see it bows inwards a little bit. There's actually no pipe there, but yeah, there's coupler there. I needed to extend it just a little bit, and I didn't really want to cut and add another bend there, or add another piece of pipe rather. So I just decided to leave it like that, and I think that's going to do just fine. Hopefully the clamps don't slip off. I got them pretty tight. And then down here, it actually is a 90, and that goes down through the body of the car, and the coupler is actually in the body, and it's like sandwiched in the metal there, so it's like really tight. So if I, let me prop the hood up really quick. That pipe is sandwiched in there, and it's really tight. You can see the only movement that's going on is, you know, just in the pipe itself, like that 90 that's off of the turbo moves a little bit, but it's really solid in there, and I think that's going to hold it really tight, which is pretty cool. So that comes out down here, and you probably can't see, but the coupler comes out down in there, and yeah, there it is. So then I'm going to pipe off of that and run it around to the front where I'm about to mount the intercooler after my brackets finish drying. So I kind of ran into a dilemma down here. My 90 comes down nice, it looks really good, and then it comes to here, and I have to have a shorter pipe than 1 foot. So that length right there, probably gonna have like a 7 or 8 inch pipe, and it goes into the 90 coupler, and then this length of pipe that I need is definitely smaller than 1 foot. So what I have to do is actually cut a piece of pipe. So I bought this 1 foot length to add to all the pipe that I got, and you can see that I put a little bead roll on it here because this keeps the coupler from slipping off, so the clamps like right around here, and because of that bead roll there, the clamp and the coupler can't slide off. So just if you have like a regular straight pipe like this, it can slide right off. So I wanted to bead roll it, but I didn't have a bead roller. It's not the prettiest, but it's definitely going to serve, you know, a purpose. It's going to do what it's supposed to do. I actually made these pliers right here. I'll show them. So basically they're all covered in oil because I actually dropped them in an oil bucket the other day. So I cleaned them off and decided to notch this out right here and then I welded like just a little piece of metal that was actually off of this right here. I just cut a piece, just tacked it on really quick, and now what we have basically is our little homemade ghetto bead roller. So you just put it on the pipe like this, and I'm not gonna be able to do it with one hand, it being my left hand, but you just squeeze really hard and it pushes up and pushes it into that little section right there, which is pretty cool. So I made these just real quick, and now we got a bead roller. So this is going to be the end of the pipe that goes into one of these guys right here, and then I'm going to cut it to length and bead roll the other side as well. Then we should have our entire hot side of our intercooler piping hooked up, and then it's just for the cold side. Alright, so after going through there, I got it 90 in out here to this 90 coupler, and then to that piece of pipe that I cut and bead rolled. All the clamps are on really tight. I went as tight as I possibly could. So yeah, I didn't snap any of them, so I guess these clamps are actually pretty good. I could probably go tighter, but I don't think there's any need. I'm sufficiently clamped everywhere. So yeah, this is system's like rock solid. I mean, everything feels really tight. I mean, there's play in the couplers, but the intercooler's mounted really strong, and everything else is held in place by this. So I think this is going to be a really nice setup. The other side, I'm not so sure. It probably won't be as solid. I may have to add some sort of bracing or something. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to get to work on this side right here. I'm probably going to start at the intercooler and work my way up. So I did get the other side all set up. Here's all my piping and the couplers all installed, and my clamps on, and the blow-off valve is installed too. It's pretty sturdy. It's just a snap ring in there, and there's an O-ring that goes on the underside to keep it sealed. I am missing a nut. You can see on the back of it there's all those nuts there, and I am missing one of them. Hopefully it doesn't leak. If it does, I probably won't know, but it is what it is. Yeah, so it goes down under here, and like that coming out, and it goes right into the intercooler. It's a little crooked here, but that's kind of why I got the 4-inch coupler, so I have a little bit of room. So yeah, everything's fully hooked up, should be all sealed. I went ahead and threw a piece of vacuum line on the wastegate. It went from the bottom of the wastegate over to the turbo, because there's a nipple right on the turbo, which is pretty nice. And yeah, so I'm pretty much ready to make some actual boost right now. It's kind of late tonight, so I'll probably take it out tomorrow for a nice test ride, but yeah, I think we'll pick up then. It'll be daylight too, so I'm gonna carry on here doing boring stuff like putting the headlight in and make sure my bumper fits with all the piping the way I have it. If not, I gotta trim stuff, but I think it's gonna fit just fine. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the washer fluid motor or pump or whatever it is, and the wiring there. And yeah, so just some odds and ends to get this thing roadworthy. The wipers do work now. I fixed those. I had it backwards. The transmission inside of there. It's kind of a pain, but I had it backwards, so it was pulling down instead of going up at first. But I ended up getting it fixed, and yeah, I think we are ready to go. I still got to figure out some sort of battery hold down instead of this bungee cord, because that's kind of sketch. But yeah, other than that, we are ready to go. This thing looks really good, and yeah, we'll pick back up tomorrow when I'm test driving this thing. So I did get the bumper on and the other headlight on, along with the side marker, plugged the turn signals in, got my horns installed, one there and one over there. Just finishing touches. I had to lengthen the high beam wire for this side because it didn't reach with the way I had it. Soldered and heat shrinked it. The tub for the wheel is not attached yet, and the mud flaps aren't on for the front, but plenty of stuff left to do, like little stuff. But all in all, I think this thing's ready to drive. I do not have enough power steering fluid, but hopefully we don't run into any issues. The jug's pretty empty, but yeah, I'm gonna go take this thing for a test drive right now. I may throw the grill in too, just to get the full effect. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up. And this will be our first drive, and with actual boost piping hooked up, so we may make some boost. I'm gonna try to stay conservative with it. I got to try to burn some of this gas off so I can throw some 93 in it, be a little safer. And I got to check over the tune. I'm not fully equipped to tune this thing yet. My knowledge is not yet there, so I got to do some more research. And yeah, we'll get there. But I'm gonna take it for a little drive and I'd probably go on a little ride just to, you know, make sure the engine's healthy and break everything in. Yeah, I was gonna wrap the downpipe here. I think in the meantime I might try to put something in front because those wires kind of scare me, the ones on the alternator there. I don't want to melt those wires because then I won't be charging, so I may put something in front of that for now. But yeah, I would like to wrap the downpipe today as well, so that'll be something to do. But yeah, let's see if we can start this thing up and get it backed out. Pretty good. The turbo's spinning. All right. Looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing for a rip after it warms up. We'll see how this thing does. It's been a while since I've driven a standard car, so we'll see. We'll see how I do. All right. Action there. It sounded pretty good. Oh my god, that sounds so awesome. I love this cheap eBay blow-off valve, this HKS. It's a fake HKS. It sounds so freaking good. Can't really mess around too much. This car is way too lean, and it's almost stalled out on me. Still pretty lean. Added 10% more. We're getting a little richer. I'm gonna add another 5% in. Just so that we know we're going to be safe. I want this thing rich. Sounds good. This thing sounds good. Oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna grab this area right here, and we're gonna I'm adding a ton of fuel in this thing. Probably maxing out my injectors. But we almost made 5 pounds there. Oh my god, this thing is boosted. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This thing is dope. This thing's an animal. Okay, I'm gonna take it easy. This thing's not bad. This thing's not bad. Definitely feels like it picked up a little power too. made some real boost. Oh man. Oh my god. Alright guys, so I don't know if you could tell from that little ride there, but this thing gets it. This thing's sick. I'm so freaking pumped. I can't even express how happy I am. That blow-off valve sounds amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better sounding one. This thing just gets it, man. I mean, I didn't really go over 3,000 to 4,000 RPMs, but I mean, I built probably close to 5 PSI maybe when I wasn't looking at the boost gauge, but maybe you'll be able to see it in the video. But this thing, oh my god, I can't wait till I get this thing tuned. Yeah, wow. So that's where I'm gonna cap it off for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm pumped. I can't even believe it. I'm shaking right now. This is all I've wanted for a long time. So really stoked. This thing's boosted, and now it's just gonna be tuning. So yeah, I just gotta figure out what I'm doing tuning, and we can make some real power on this thing. But this thing's already pretty awesome. I can't wait till it gets in the higher RPM range. It's really gonna pull good, but it seems to make good boost at 3,000 to 4,000. We're starting to make about 5 PSI, around 4 grand in second gear. First gear doesn't really spool up the turbo too much, but not as much load or whatever it is, but we'll get everything worked out. Yeah, really pumped. So I gotta charge my laptop so I can do some more tuning, but stay tuned for the next one, guys. I think it'll be a tuning video and some finishing touches. But thanks for watching. Peace out.